welcome to the Better Bows mod review. Now this one is a mod made for better bows, and it also adds arrows in it. Like you could see some of the arrows that you can make. I think it's a bow. Well, there's a different crafting recipe for the bow. You can make the original bow, but this one's better. Now, you just get string, sticks, just like normal, but you put leather, and you get a bow. Now, it has a faster draw rate than normal, and you can fire. Whoops, I shouldn't have done that. Let's use normal air. And you could draw back fully really quick. You can tell that it's faster. Now, the special thing about these bows is, after you destroy them, you get an unstringed bow. Well, it's like you can hold back, and then you could restring it and use it again, which makes it for really good. That means you have a bow with unlimited. And what's even better, it keeps the enchantment it has before. Now the next bow is the recurve bow. You just put a normal bow, as in that kind, inside, and you get the recurve bow. You could see there's a little bit of curve at the end of the bow. That's how you can tell. Now it shoots faster. It has less uses. As in, if you do this, wait. As in, when you barely draw back, it does like the arrow down underneath. But when you barely draw back on this one, it doesn't go as far. And then less usage, that means it breaks faster and longer draw. That means for the full weight, it takes really long time. But it goes really fast. Now the next one is the long well, all its bow you could all restring it, but different bow have different lengths of time of restringing, as you can see that. Now the next one is the long bow. You make it by one stick, one string, and then one normal bow. That gives you the long bow. Now the long bow, it has the longest range of every bow. It takes so freaking long to draw, and it's very fast. As you can set fire to this tree if I would have used a fire arrow. Now I'm gonna use one later. Now the next one is the well, actually, this long bow isn't the best. This one's the best. It's the Yumi. I think that's what it's called. Well, ignore this string. Now that's how you craft it: sugar canes, leather, and string.
Surprisingly cheap.
Yeah, true. And stringing a long bow, it takes 1, 2, 3. So about 4 seconds of time. It has a higher power and higher range than recurve and long bow. So, but it doesn't have the same draw time. Like 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3. It takes about 2.5 seconds for the long bow and 2 for the for the Yumi, I think. Now to string it, it takes quite a while, but it's still worth it because you can use it over and over again. Now the first arrow is the fire arrow. Now there's 3 ways to craft it. Blaze powder, 2 arrows equals 2 fire arrow. Charcoal or coal equals 1 fire arrow plus normal arrow. Now fire arrow, unlike fire arrow and fire aspect, like flint, and so you could set mob on fire with that mob No? I'm
Yeah.
failing at archery.
Yeah.
Okay, now to test like the Yumi bow, you could
You have to aim a bit higher than that.
do something like this. It's very powerful. As you can see, you could see it on the top of the crosshair and it got all the way there, but with this bow, well, actually, I think they're the same strength, but one is made of sugarcane, one's made of sticks. Oh well. And one has a faster draw rate than the other. Now, the next arrow is the impact explosion arrow, which is the impact explosive. It explodes and it only explodes a small area, like a 2x2 space. How you craft it is 1 gallon powder, 1 redstone torch, plus a arrow. Now the next one is the time explosive arrow. Now this one has a 1.5 second time fuse. It bounces off mobs, so it's like if you hit a mob, bounce off, and it sticks, it lands on the ground before exploding. The explosion side, it's just like a creeper explosion. It's crafted by 2 gunpowder, 1 string, and 1 arrow. The next one is the ender arrow, or is it just called the teleport arrow? Well, the ender arrow. It's made by 1 ender pearl and an arrow. You shoot it and you teleport. Now, the great thing about this is you could shoot the arrow a very long way away, and it loads the chunk while the arrow is traveling. So when you teleport there, the arrow, you get the arrows there with you. Well, you won't be in the middle of unloaded chunk. The chunk will be already loaded. Now the next arrow is the drill arrow. Now it could pass through a maximum of 6 blocks, as I can. You could drill through like 6 blocks. Well, it only did 3 that time, probably because I didn't draw it all the way back. Well, it said you could. Yeah, it is a max. It's until. Now, this block can go through iron, cannot mine obsidian or endstone. It can go through iron, gold, it breaks glass, and I have no idea what it does to lapis, glowstone, and diamond. So I'm gonna test it right now. Now, first test, glowstone. It breaks. It's just like you mined it with a pickaxe. Lapis lazuli. Lapis. Just like you mined it with a pickaxe. Diamond. Yep, pretty much what I thought. It's just like if you mined it yourself with a diamond. Now, what happens? Now, after you use the arrowhead will be broken, but for some reason I can never pick up one of those broken arrowheads. Let's try changing game mode back. Nope, still doesn't work. Okay, the broken arrowheads, and then you have to craft it back into a drill arrow for it to be used again. Now, how how you have a drill arrow is 3 flint, 1 sticky piston, 1 redstone torch, 3 arrows, and you get 3 drill arrows. To craft a normal drill arrow, a broken one into a drill arrow, you get the broken drill arrow because I can't get it, so I just put a normal drill arrow, and then you put 1 flint and you get the drill arrow back. Now the next one is the potion and the splash potion arrow. Now it makes 2, and then you put 2 arrow and 1 potion or splash potion of any type, and it works just like what you think. It's like a splash potion, it's more directed. Now you can tell it's happening. Now look at this cow. He has no idea what's gonna happen to him. Whoops. Well, he did get regeneration, you saw that. The sheep with regeneration. Now, the splash arrow is the same way. It's just like a splash potion. If you hit it at someone really hard, it will do damage. But it also heals them. It's a really simple way of delivering a poison or potion of instant damage to a target that you choose out. It's also great for PvP. If ever you want to decide to have a PvP match with this mod with your friends, it's really good. Now, I think I skipped this one. This one is the torch arrow. Now it places torch where you land. Yeah, you're like, yeah, we've all seen this before. Well, this one's different. Why is it different? Because you can place more than 1 torch on. It places torches on exactly where the arrowhead lands. So you could do stuff like this. Like fill a entire square with arrow, but you could pick them up if you break them not in creative mode. Now if it's dropped in the water, it drops the out, as you can see, instead of placing it. So that's the torch arrow. Now the next arrow is the torch arrow is created by torch plus arrow. Simple, right? Now the next arrow is the splitting arrows. That's what I like to call them. You just need arrows of the same type, and then bind them by string, and then you get a splitting arrow. There's 6, 4, and 2. But let's say if you have a 2 and you want to make it into a 4, you could do this, and then you can do you can like upgrade it like this, but it's better to just make it normally. Anyways, these are the splitting arrows. Now the splitting arrows pretty much you could like make any type of splitting arrows. You could make torches, you could make drill, make explosion, splitting arrows. Now they pretty much do what you think. They split into 4s, into 2s, or into 6. Now the problem with splitting arrow is they're not very accurate. They're like shotgun blasts for close range, but not good for long range. Now the last thing in this mod is the quiver. Now it stores arrow inside it. You make it by letter and string. Now the quiver, how you get the arrow inside is you go put it onto your hotbar. You click, hold the quiver, you right click, and then you could put arrows inside. Now you could only put a maximum of 16 arrows per slot. So it gives each quiver 64 arrows. Now why would you want to use it? It's because the 16 arrows you could use plus and minus to change which arrow you want to fire, which makes it very useful. Now, if you want to take everything out of your quiver, just press this button and then it just takes everything out. Now that's it for this mod showcase. It's a pretty cool mod. The link is in the description. And see you guys next time in another mod showcase.